folk. It is I, your humble and spooky narrator. Lavaris and Vox Circus has asked me to be your guide through this night of fright and flight. Before we begin our most cursed foray within these haunted halls, I must provide you with a modest safety briefing, lest you wish to join me in the eternal solitude of the damned. In the unlikely event of a fire, rise to your feet and make your way to one of this chamber's 2 exits, located hither and thither. I suggest you refrain from joining the skeletons in our closet, for there is no exit found within, only ancient bones and forgotten secrets. For those of you who may be sensitive to flashing with lights, I warn you of the second and final acts of this terrifying display. You may document the paranormal events you bear witness to using your cellular devices. However, take heed. Flash photography is prohibited, lest it distract or even enrage the creatures we encounter tonight. In addition, be sure to silence any errant notifications. Additionally, I must warn you that the powers that be forbid mortals from treading upon the marley flooring while also wearing shoes, for it may cause irreversible damage. The night grows darker. The cold wind rustles grasping branches and dried leaves. I invite you to gasp, cheer, and succumb to fear as we embark on our tumultuous journey into Lavaris and Vox's Carnival of Horrors. Do you hear that knocking? Something wicked this way comes. Sink your teeth into this delectable performance as we welcome in the first of tonight's frightening fiends. lucky that my blood is as ghostly as I am, though I see you've escaped the vampire mostly unscathed. Good, although slightly disappointing. Vampires are the ultimate predator. Beautiful, ethereal, and downright deadly. They lurk in the shadows and hide among us, striking in the moment our vigilance falters. It inspires a certain primal fear, one that turns neighbor on neighbor, friend on friend, even entire families against each other. The kind of fear that sent Salem crashing in on itself and left townspeople desperate to protect themselves, even at the expense of their loved ones. What would you do, I wonder, as the witch hunt approaches your door? betrayal, love, loss. Without these things, there would be fewer of my kind, I think. Ghosts need strong emotions to bind us to the mortal plane. Because of this, we feel deeply, almost more so than the living do. Of course, this can make paranormal lifelessness rather complicated. Look, sometimes one ghost follows head over spectral heels, while another ghost just isn't really feeling it. And it's not that the first ghost isn't a great person, it's just that there's not really a spark, and then death gets busy and you forget to respond to their invitation to terrorize your suburban family. Anyway, don't tell them that you saw me, okay?
Thinking just for 1 second she'd take a different attraction. We don't want them, we don't want them, we don't want them. We don't want them, we don't want them, we don't want them. Oh no.
Yeah.
is a cruel mistress. It confounds logic, defies reason, and drives us to sweet madness. Which is why it is not my fault that someone took things a little too seriously. One casual haunting does not a relationship make. But I digress. They have all of eternity to find some other ghost to pine after. It is funny, though, how only a fleshy organ located within the ribcage can so easily overtake a person's better judgment. Its reaching tendrils and strangling influence brings to mind a parasite, carefully puppeting its hapless host, skittering, creeping, crawling creatures, hungry for control.
Shallow years in fright, dreams are made winding through my eyes.
parasite might try, they can never truly imitate their host. They teeter on the brink of inhuman. Something in their eyes, their smile, their welcoming gestures, all seem wrong somehow. We may not know exactly why their gaze leaves us with goosebumps, but that feeling of danger. It is with this in mind that I invite you to follow me into the uncanny valley. Though our next performer may look human, she is anything but. Just plastic and metal molded into a nearly perfect mimicry. Like a mannequin in a window, whose eyes seem to follow passers-by, sometimes evil hides where we least expect it, in shadows, around the corner, even within ourselves. Like a fallen angel or Eve drawn to the apple, even a bastion of good can be tainted and twisted into something unrecognizable. Our next performance follows an agent of the law who finds herself drawn to a charismatic serial killer. Not that I can judge, who wouldn't be?
Woo!
night would be incomplete without a casualty or two, right? I welcome a little company, although when the spirit departs, there's still the matter of the flesh left behind. Laid to rest safely, interred deep within a tomb, though it won't always rest peacefully. Now we shall bear witness to this listless corpse, eternally grasping at any semblance of life. Robbed of its soul, it has waited for millennia, seeking something, anything, that will return it to the world of the living.
How can you see into my eyes like open
shame, really. After being locked in a tomb for so long, anyone would go a little stir-crazy. This is certainly the case for our next entity. Once she was beloved by a child. They spent hours upon hours together, joyfully dancing and twirling to light and airy tunes. But as the years passed, the child grew distant. Dust accumulated on the lid of the once treasured music box, and the dancer within, trapped in the darkness, abandoned and alone, grew mournful and then bitter. For lingering spirits, the intensity of their emotions is what binds them to the world of the living. But this comes at a cost. As the years pass by, more and more of who they once were is eroded away, leaving a mere shadow behind. The rare moments of lucidity they experience are brief and disorienting. These pitiful, confused shades wander endlessly, flickering between memory and madness. Though they weep and wail, they've long forgotten why.
human at best. It's all about ascension, I guess. Don't put me to rest. Go on and hand me your clothes. I can see you. Tears falling down. Saddest little baby. Fears, only fears, don't get me started. I can take little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. I hear your eyes and I see those cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be the only one who hears you. Tears falling down the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, only fears, don't get me started. I can take little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No. No, those aren't meant to bend. Saddest little baby in my eye. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I might die.
How sad it must be to be worn away from the sands of time, unmoored from the self, from memories of life, just a shell of what once was.
Oh, Spirit, I summon you!
Oh, excuse me for just a moment. I have to take this.
Is it gone? Just can't catch a break. Well, greetings, neighbors. I am Crazy Dave, but you can call me Crazy Dave. A letter. Hello. We are about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. Well, that just won't do. I know. I'll do some gardening. If I plant as many of these special seedlings as I can, then everything will be a-oh good. Hey, you, get off my lawn. Go back. We need this space, so I guess I can plant as many of these zombies as I can. Many of these plants. What am I talking about? Yeah, and plants can totally defeat zombies. Because I'm crazy.
Sorry about that. One of my descendants found a Ouija board. It's not important. Anyways, this macabre evening is coming to a close, and thus I must return to the spectral plane. But fear not, I'll be seeing you all again soon enough. But until then, I can only thank you for attending Lavaris and Vox's Carnival of Horrors. If you found tonight's show dreadfully entertaining, consider making a donation to the clowns of Lavaris and Vox Circus in order to fund our future performances. And if you're interested in joining this terrifying troupe, consider activating your personal devices and visiting vox.uchicago.edu. That's Vox, VOX.uchicago.edu. The website. It's very exciting. We love the website. Thank you. You can also follow Lavaris and Vox Circus on the Instagram, or attend a satanic ritual, an open gym, here in Logan 701 on Mondays and Friday evenings from 6:30 to 10 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 to 4. And with that, my friends, I bid you adieu.